Let's talk about etiquette for a start. If we're in a business meeting, or if we're in a meeting where connection is important, as in we need to be able to read faces, it's so important, and I know it's obvious, but it's so important to have our cameras on. Imagine a screen full of just names. In fact, we don't have to imagine it. Let me show you it. If we forget the Muppets for a second in our virtual space, are we directing our attention to the people in the online space, or are we directing them to the people in the room? In the online space, that is very difficult to communicate with. This sea of names, you have no feedback, and human beings are built for feedback. We need something to react to. And if we can't see and we can't hear, it means you're kind of flying blind. That's very difficult for anybody to do. And there may be good reasons. You might be having a bad hair day. It might be that you're still in bed. I hope not, but it might be that you are. It could be, of course, that maybe you're sharing a space with somebody, or maybe your mum is in the room, or whatever it might be. However, that doesn't help communication. And in business, I still see so many cameras off. It's really difficult to communicate. So when it comes to etiquette, I think it's really important that we set some ground rules about working in the virtual space, working in the hybrid space. When we do have our cameras on, this is probably not what we really ideally want to see, because again, we can't feed off that. And again, it's really uncomfortable to watch something that's so asymmetrical on the screen, seeing the top of somebody's head. So we want to be thinking about our geography on the screen. Also, this is quite an issue. If we've got a strong light source behind us and we're silhouetted, again, we can't read responses. And it's really important for great communication to be able to read what's going on. So we need, ideally, to be thinking about those things in the kind of meetings that we might be having in business, for example. It's remarkable how many of these things we still see 2 to 3 years down the line from COVID. People, many people are still doing the same things. It's not that difficult actually to change that. So communication is the name of the game. We are looking for clues always when we communicate. That's how we know what to do next, how we change to keep audiences engagement. So visual clues, auditory clues, we're either drawing things, or we're doing things with our body as we would when we normally communicate, or we're looking to connect emotionally with people, and we can see the response. We can see people pondering or thinking, but we need to be able to connect with that if we're going to have effective communication. So that's speaking, it's slides, it's whiteboards, it's breakout rooms, and making sure we're clear on what our intention is and the outcomes we want from the meetings that we're having.